just wanted to come on really quickly, as brief as possible, to speak about cancer. This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And every month of the year here in the United States, there's an association called the American Association of Cancer Research that highlights a different type of cancer every month for our awareness, supposedly, and to encourage us to support cancer research. And I'm here to speak about it from a different perspective. I am not saying that that is not in part a genuine portion of their mission, but I do believe that this is a big money marketing scheme to keep us locked in to our healthcare system of always depending upon prescription drugs, poor food systems. It's just like this huge cycle that keeps us sick and not healthy enough and thriving with a great quality of life. And so there's no reason why in the world anybody should have to live with taking a prescription drug every day and why, for the rest of their lives, after being diagnosed with some of these, especially these degenerative diseases that are controlled by diet and lifestyle, like diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol. Those are just a few, just to name a few. But cancer is at such an outstanding rate and at such outstanding numbers in the United States that is hugely concerning. And I believe that it is intentional because of the way that our food systems have been for a long time, but especially now, the FDA and some of these other governing agencies, USDA, that control our farming systems and all of that are now, they've turned this thing up a notch with this lab engineered meat and all of these chemicals in our food. Food doesn't even taste the same. Food is nothing like what it was when I was a young girl. It tastes totally different. And so I know I'm not the only one who notices this. So I just want to speak to those who, when you hear these sorts of messages and you hear and listen to my videos and you think, oh, here she is again with these conspiracy theories. This is not a conspiracy. This is really a reality of what we're living in, and there are ways around it. So follow me for more information. I will be putting videos out in small clips because I do know that a lot of people don't like watching long videos, and that's understandable. Sometimes we just don't have the time, and so I am working on shortening those videos so that you can have quicker access to them and just kind of watch them in passing. And watch them and share with them for other people to get this information. We have to really start educating ourselves and making ourselves aware of how to prevent a lot of these diseases. And that is what I'm here for. That is what I have been called to do, one of the many things that I've been called to do here on the earth. And so I'm here and always open for the questions. I can even handle the debate, but there's no debate when, like, genuinely, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful or smart or anything, but there is no debate in what you can see on a day-to-day basis. Okay, people are literally dying and they're getting sick from food sources and these medications not actually helping them to get better. And so when we talk about cancer, we all know, most of us know by now, and for those of us who do not, inflammation is the root cause of a lot of the cancers. There is a genetic factor in a lot of cases, but we all have genetic predispositions. That does not mean we have to live a life that perpetuates those genetic predispositions and causes those things to manifest or come to life in us. There are ways to prevent through healthy eating and moving your body and just, helping to remove a lot of the toxins as much as possible. Here in the United States, we live in a toxic environment. Our air is polluted, the soils are depleted, our water systems are not the best. Yes, we do have water cleaning systems that are great, but when we talk about the pollution and the level of cleaning that has to take place in order for us to just utilize it and consume it, That is really what I'm speaking to. And so while we have a lot of wellness information and coaches and people who have coined the word naturopath or naturopathy, but they have not had any real training. And not to say that there is not any real information out here. Like, I learn stuff from people all the time after confirming it and researching, but there's a lot of misinformation out here. And so we have to be careful, because even the wellness business has become a money-making industry, and a lot of people just don't know what they're talking about. So going back to inflammation, and that being the root cause of a lot of cancer. So as I mentioned, our food systems, and so the food that is highly processed, high packaged with preservatives, additives, food dyes, red number 40, yellow number 5, high sugar content, refined sugars, replacement, alternative sugars, alcohol sugars. Those are not the best for us. And so anything in a can, this fast food that a lot of people are consuming, high sodium, it's just fake food, and it's not biodegradable in our systems. A lot of trans fats and highly saturated fats in our food systems, and also what we put on our skin. A lot of the toxins from our lotions and our deodorants, this breast cancer, a lot of aluminum in the deodorants. As you need to start seeking out natural deodorants. And when you're eating healthy and you're eating well, you don't give off that much of a strong, I should say, odor from your porous systems, particularly under your arms. Now, I am not saying that if you are vegan or you're meatless and you eat clean that you won't stink sometime. We are flesh and blood. Okay, but what I am saying is that there is a difference, because you are more conscious and on a more regular basis eating clean, and so your body will excrete sweat and odors differently from someone who is not more conscious and eating a lot of processed, high salt, high fatty foods, and foods that are not good for us. And so, and while I'm thinking about it, speaking about vegans and vegetarians, you all have to be careful as it relates to cancer regarding the high soy content. So soy has an active ingredient in it called an isoflavone that is stripped when it is processed. And a lot of these vegan meats and vegan burgers and impossible meat and all of this stuff has this processed soy in it, and it's causing, and soy is estrogenic in nature, but it's protective when it has its isoflavone. But when it is processed, that isoflavone is stripped, and so you're getting excess estrogen, which is what your body does not need, and it's causing a lot of these cancers, tumor growth, and cysts. And that's why we have increased number of women of all ages experiencing breast cancer, and now even a lot of men. And the men have been getting it for years, but that number is increasing as well. And it's our food source, you guys. That is the main culprit, because again, that is the thing that we do every day. So for more information, if you would like a consultation, go to www.wholewellnessway.org, leave a message on the contact page, and that messaging will come directly to me. And if you would like to follow for more information, pardon the sound of the vehicles, for more information, you can go find me on Instagram at Whole Wellness Way, also at Real She Advocate. Again, on Instagram, Facebook, I am at Real Dr. Chambers. Also at Twitter, Dr. Coquinda Chambers, and I have a YouTube channel, Dr. Coquinda Chambers, where you can also find these videos. Okay, so let's work on prevention and doing our due diligence with taking care of our bodies. All right, y'all be good. God bless.